This video is about how to move around a sheet. So it's in the Introduction to Excel 2010 series, and I'm just going to review all the different things in here. Some of them may be very obvious to you, and some of them may be new. So you have to basically find the method that's the most efficient and easiest for you. So the first method is a very obvious one, moving the mouse. Just use the mouse to move around. You can some mice have a little scroller. You can sort of scroll up and down like this. And just click back and forth. The second method is using the name box. If you hover the mouse over in this area right here, it says name box. Currently it's showing us the active cell, which is H12. If I come in here and type, for example, let's type I30, and I have to press the enter key, it jumps down to here, and now the cell I30 is the active cell. Moving on, we've got named range. Create a name for a cell or range of cells. So let's just say we're way down here. We see something that we want to keep for later. You could take let's see the value right there. So it's larger than the other values, and you want to remember where that is and find it easily. You could come up here once again to the name box, and let's just type in large value and hit the enter key. And now I'm going to go to the top of the screen. I'm going to hold down the control key and press home. We'll cover this later. It gets to the top left of the screen. So now I can come in here and just click on large value. There it is. So I will cover name ranges in much more detail in another video. But for now, you see how you can just give a cell a name. Once more, let's do it one more time. You click a cell, go in here, and let's just put test. I hit the enter key, and no matter where we are, we can just click in the name box drop down list, and you just click on test, click on large value, and you can easily move back and forth. So that's a pretty good method. The next thing is go to. Three ways to find it, really. You can come up here, go to the home tab on the ribbon. On the extreme right, find and select. You can press go to right here, or I can press the F5 key on my keyboard, or hold the control key and press the letter G. All gets us to the same place. And now we can basically just type in a cell reference, press the OK button, or we could pick one of the name ranges, and that jumps us down there. So some different methods already. Find the one that's you're most comfortable with. Now, an extension of the Go To feature is Go To Special. So let's go over here. We'll find it. There it is. Go To Special. You've got all these different things in here that you can do. We can say find constants, which are just non-formulas. We could say find formulas, find blanks, find objects. Let's just do that one. I'll show you. There we go. We've just moved over and we found these objects. Go to special. Let's find, are there any formulas in this sheet? Well, how would we know that? We'd have to search everywhere. But if I click formulas and press the OK button, here's one that I hid. So here's a formula that's just doing, summing up a few values minus another value. And if you wanted to, you could highlight it in yellow, or bold it, or do something with it. So because here you have raw values, and there you have a formula. So it's an easy way to find it. Control home gets me to the top left again. Now you can sort of investigate this on your own. Very, very useful, these two right here. Scroll bars. Scroll bars are okay. Here's the vertical scroll bar over here, and you can click in here to move down, or you can just left click and hold and drag it down like this to go much quicker. As well, you can see down here there's a horizontal scroll bar, back and forth. Right now, there's only a few columns, so doing this, we don't really move anywhere. It just goes to the right edge of the data and then to the left edge of the data. Page up and page down on your keyboard. So it's like very similar to scrolling. Just keep pressing page down or page up to move back up. Some people prefer this method over the scroll bars. Keyboard arrows. So, similar to the mouse, you could use the arrows on your keyboard to move back and forth, up and down. The home key. When you find that on your keyboard, press the home key. It goes to the left of the current row. So pick any cell, press the home key, and it goes to column A. Now, I mentioned before, one of my favorite shortcuts is if you hold down the control key and then press the home key, it gets you to the top left of the screen. Now, if you're using freeze panes, that's a little bit different. It might only go to this part, but well, that'll be in another video, of course. So right now, I just covered Control Home, and then we've got the End key. So what you can actually do, if combined with keyboard arrows. So if you press the End key once and then release it and press the down arrow, it goes all the way to the bottom. Now I'm going to press End and the up arrow, and it gets to the very top. End and left, and it jumps to the first non-blank cell. So let's try it over here. End and the left key, it stops right there. I press it again, End and left, goes to east, and I'll press it once more and it will go over here, End and left. So I'll press it a couple of times. Now if I press the End key and the right arrow, it jumps all the way to the extreme right. So that's an interesting way to jump around. And the Control key. So you can combine this with the arrows and Control End. If you hold down the Control key and press the End key, it will go to the bottom right of the current sheet, the last part where we have data, the last column of data and the last row of data. So some very useful ways. Just kind of review these, play around with them, and find if you prefer the mouse, you prefer the features up here, or the shortcuts. Whatever you're most comfortable with, it will save you time the more efficient you are.